Hi, fourth graders. Today we're talking about lesson 88, remainders in word problems about equal groups. The new concept begins on page 558. Okay, we've already talked about word problems with equal groups, but this time we're going to add remainders in. So we're going to have an equal group word problem, except for this time we're going to have something left over after we've solved it that we still have to figure out what to do with. So, on page 559, we have the example. Lily needs to place 100 bottles into boxes that hold 6 bottles each. So she has 100 bottles total. She's putting them into boxes that can hold 6. Okay, so we got to think to ourselves, how many boxes can be filled? How many bottles will be left over? And how many boxes are needed to hold every bottle, even the things that are left over? Okay, so we're going to take 100, because that's our total, and put them into groups of 6, or dividing them into groups of 6, so divided by 6. 100 divided by 6. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, can I get 6 into 1? No, I cannot get a group of 6 out of 1, so then I'm going to take it as 10. How many groups of 6 can I get out of 10? I can get one group of 6 from 10. So 1 times 6, if we're going through all the steps, remember we do divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. Okay, so 1 times 6 is 6. And then subtract. 10 minus 6 is 4. Bring down the 0. And then we start it again with divide. Okay, so divide again. 40 divided by 6. 42, if I take 6 times 7, I get 42, which is close to 40, but it's too high. So let's go down to 6. And 6 times 6 is 36, which is able to be subtracted from 40, so this should work. 40 minus 36 is 4. Now I have nothing left to bring down, so that makes this my remainder. Okay, so if I have 100 bottles, I'm putting into boxes of 6, I would have 16 boxes full with 4 remaining. So let's go back to our questions. Okay, if I have 100 divided by 6 equals 16 remainder 4, then how many boxes are full? How many boxes can be filled? Well, I have 16 boxes filled totally. How many boxes are left over? Well, that's my remainder. So how many boxes are left over? 4. How many boxes are needed to hold all the bottles? So I had 16 full boxes, but I have these 4. I still have to put them in a box too. It's just not going to be a full box. So how many boxes do I need total? 17 boxes, because I'm going to have that left over in a box also. Okay, so 17 boxes in all. Okay, let's go to lesson practice on page 559. If you don't have scratch paper yet, go get some so you can work along and try them before we go through them together. Tomorrow, 32 students are attending an award ceremony. Each table will seat 5 students. So I have 32 students as my total. I'm dividing them into groups of 5 with 5 at each table. So 32 groups, or 32 divided into 5 groups. So go ahead and try 32 divided by 5, and then think how many tables will be filled and how many tables are needed total. Okay, so 32 divided by 5. Well, what's the closest I can get dividing 32 by 5? Well, let's see. Let's try 6, because I know 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, then I subtract, and I have 2 left. I have nothing left to bring down, so then this is my remainder. Okay, so I have 6 with a remainder of 2. So how many tables are full? 6 tables are full. And how many tables will I need? Well, I have 6 full tables, but I have 2 left over. So how many tables do I need to include everyone? I'd need an extra table. So I'd need 7 to make sure that everybody has a spot to sit. They won't be full, but they still need to be there. Okay, let's go ahead and try the next one. Tendai found 31 quarters in his bank. He made stacks of 4 quarters each. So you're thinking he has 31 quarters total. He's making groups of 4. He's dividing them into groups of 4. So 31 divided by 4. Think to yourself as you're solving, how many stacks of 4 quarters did he make? How many extra quarters will he have? And how many stacks will he have in all? So go ahead and do 31 divided by 4. Okay, let's try it. Okay, 31 divided by 4. I think this closest I can get is 7. And 7 times 4 is 28. If I subtract, oops, I think that I have 3 left over. So 7 remainder 3. If he has groups of 4, he'll have 7 full stacks with 3 left over. So how many stacks of 4 did he make? How many total stacks of 4 did he make? Groups of 4? He has 7 groups of 4. How many extra quarters did he have? How many remaining quarters does he have? He has 3. So 3 quarters are left over. If Tendai makes a shorter stack with the extra quarters, so he takes these remaining and makes a stack that's not quite as tall, how many stacks will he have in all? So he had 7 stacks of 4 with 3 left over for a short stack. So how many stacks does he have altogether? 8. Okay, so now you can go ahead and do the reteaching for this lesson, lesson 88. So you should have reteaching 87 done, the homework for 87, and now this is reteaching 88. Okay, go ahead, good luck.